What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast, and I'll be your host here, Chuck. As we get into this topic about Brock Purdy, the starting quarterback, Mr. Irrelevant, for the San Francisco 49ers, who is, a great quarterback, especially for Mike Shanahan. As he is in concussion protocol, I wanted to discuss a few things about that, and also weigh in what could possibly go wrong and what could possibly go good with Sam Darnold being the backup quarterback. But before I continue to talk about that, I want to ask you guys to do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so you guys can continue to get the latest when I drop my sports media takes. Now, as you guys know, it's no secret, I am a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan. And I always ever since Brock Purdy has came on the scene, I've been a huge fan of Brock Purdy. Though we did annihilate that ass in the playoffs last year in the NFC Championship, it's just some teams that you secretly still have love for. The Dallas Cowboys, not so much. I don't like nothing about them. I pray they never go anywhere fast, right? So, Brock Purdy is just one of those quarterbacks that I root for. And it's because I'm a huge fan of underdogs. This is a guy who does the right thing, man. He has a great relationship with the Shanahans. He's obviously a Christian guy. He comes off as very religious. He's always quoting scriptures from the Bible. A young man who has his head on correct. So it looks like he's been entered into the league's exhibition protocol. And that could be good for the 49ers or it could be bad for the 49ers. And I'm going to tell you why. It could be good for the 49ers because you do want to make sure that after that type of loss that he isn't rushing to get on the field. I didn't even see where he took any contact. I watched the whole game. Maybe it went over my head or I don't know. I didn't really see where he hit his head anywhere. Maybe it's somewhere in the highlights. But this guy is a straight gamer. He's a baller. But I want to say Sam Darnold, he's still in good hands because Sam Darnold isn't a wash. I just don't think that the system on the Jets or the Carolina Panthers fit Sam Darnold. I truly did not. I was expecting Sam Darnold to actually start for the 49ers. So I'm telling you guys, I would not be surprised. I mean this. I would not be surprised if Sam Darnold still pulls off a W against the Cincinnati Bengals, as Joe Burrow seems to be a hit and miss himself this year. Yes, they have recently caught fire, but hey man, like they not looking the same. And people like to say, I hear all this noise about how the Eagles aren't looking the same, but hey, we still have a foundation, man, and that foundation is the brotherly love. Speaking of that, real quick, how is everybody so quick to want to ban the tush push? You guys let me know in the comment section. I know there's going to be a lot of flack on this, but I've literally watched the Dallas Cowboys try this, fail, right? And they're our rivals. I watched the Minnesota Vikings do this on Monday night, and Fred Warner shut it down. This can be stopped. And it seems like everybody is trying it, but they're failing at it. So now they want to ban it. But that's another video. I'll make a video about that. Back to Brock Purdy and the Sam Darnold situation. And what could go wrong is it could be a repeat of next year if Jaylen Herz sustains a healthy season, because nobody is 100% healthy right now. So if Jaylen Herz can manage to stay tough. He's in a little trouble. He's having some knee problems. If he can manage to wield his way throughout the season and get enough cushion to where he can get to the bye week and take a break, I think we'll be in good hands. But that's for the Eagles. The bad part about this is if they go on a supreme losing, streak, they're going to have to come through Philadelphia. And we all know that it's very hard to go to playoff games and win, let alone a regular game, but especially postseason where everything is on the line. And trust me, out there at the Lincoln Stadium, at the Link, it goes down. Those fans are very aggressive. I am one of those fans, and I just, like I said, like I'm always root for my team, but if Brock Purdy can play, you better make sure that he's out there because he's been the quarterback having the most reps in the system this far. And Sam Darnold, not saying that he can't play. I'm quite sure that he goes through his progressions and practice alongside Brock Purdy. But when you haven't been in game mode and battle mode in a while, you could come off as looking a little rusty. You see how Deshaun Watson is looking right now. You see any quarterback who's been off or not seeing game time in a while, they tend to look a little rusty. So we'll see. But let's pull up the report on this and see more about this and like what's actually going on with Brock Purdy. As this is from NFL.com, where it says Brock Purdy has landed in league's protocol after exhibiting concussion-like symptoms following Monday's night loss, head coach Kyle Shanahan told reporters on Wednesday. Now, I did see in that game on Monday, the 49ers play very physical, but what happens when physical meets a little bit more physical? And those Minnesota Vikings, man, those guys were playing tough, man. Like, I was watching the physicality between both of those teams, and it looked to my eyes that Brian Flores, who was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins before he was let go, he has that defensive side of the ball ready to go. I mean, they were without Deebo Samuels, but guess what? The Vikings were without Justin Jefferson, so you cannot use that as an excuse. And I believe that defense shocked Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy hadn't, well, besides the NFC Championship when he faced Philadelphia, he hurt his shoulder. He had never seen that type of physicality. And then he went on a streak where everything was pretty much easy. So he got his world rocked a little bit, right? So it says that here Purdy played throughout the entirety of San Francisco's 22-17 loss to the Vikings, and that could have been worse if Kirk Cousins wasn't a damn bonehead. He could have blown the 49ers out of the water, but that's Kirk Cousins. It was just good enough for him to get the win, but they had two chances in the red zone to go up 7 points, but they settled for 2 field goals, right? So we saw where Brock Purdy in the end threw 2 interceptions, and that's because you're panicking and you're young, and his maturity, his age showed a little bit, right? He forced those 2 interceptions because you just want to get on the board, and when you have such good momentum, when you have the whole locker room behind you and the media raving about you and the head coaches raving about you, you just don't want to disappoint, but you still ended up disappointing because of your gameplay. And it's not to say that Brock Purdy isn't a baller. I believe in this kid. I'm sorry. I really do. And if the Eagles do not go to the NFC Championship, I am pulling for the 49ers or the Detroit Lions to go from the NFC. Because I'm not the type of guy who's going to just be mad if my team doesn't make it. No, I'm not like that. I would be super mad if the Cowboys made it, though, just because I just really don't like the Cowboys. A little joke in there, but, But anyway, it does say if, and that's a huge if, looks like. It says, if Purdy cannot play in Sunday's game against the Cincinnati Bengals, veteran backup Sam Darnold will still start in his place. I do believe that Sam Darnold is a good backup. Like I said, man, this game could go either way. You got the Bengals coming off the bye week, pretty rested up. Joe Burrow was pretty banged up at the beginning of the season, so maybe now he's rested a little bit and he can come back, and they're eager to win because they have a sucky season, and every season they've been getting to the playoffs, if not the AFC Championship. So we definitely want to make sure that I'm quite sure that Joe Burrow has in his mind to seek and destroy on Sunday. So we'll see, but you can never underestimate any team in the NFL, because at the end of the day, anything can happen on any given Sunday. And that's just the truth. So it goes here where Shanahan says, I have as much confidence as Sam as I could have in someone I haven't gone into an NFL game with. And that's basically what I was saying. And Darnold wasn't a bad guy. He was just a little bit elusive to me, a little bit loose. And he made some bad decisions, but under the coaching matters. Under the coaching of Kyle Shanahan, I think that, he'll be better. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if Sam Darnold started this game and looked better than Brock Purdy because of the coach and the system. This system is designed for you to just know A plus B equals C. It's a 1, 2, 3 type of system. I mean, it's pretty Obviously it's complex because of everything that he puts into the playbook. But if you guys just look at the system, you just have to be a game manager. And I think that's what they have in Sam Darnold. So, we'll see what's going to happen, man. As Brock Purdy is in concussion protocol, man, we wishing him the best and that he gets back to the field, man, because I'm not going to lie, I do want to see that those guys again. I want to have a good battle amongst them. We do play them in the next few weeks. And hopefully we can play them in the NFC Championship and see, how it's gonna go. So you guys let me know in the comment section how you feel about this, man. If you're a 49ers fan, show some love, man. Tell me how you really feel about Sam Darnold. Do you guys think that you're still in a good position? Or do you guys think you're in trouble? Either way it go, let me know. Like always, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know how you charge the game. Peace.